Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a get ready with me using one brand. So this time I'm gonna be using Smashbox line. So I got most of the products, so I decided to do this. So I hope you enjoy this video and find this helpful. The first thing that I'm gonna be using from this brand is the Photo Finish Primer Water that looks like this, and this is very famous, obviously. So this is kind of like halfway a little bit first impression and stuff like that. I love Smashbox and I've never tried this before. This Ooh, that smells good. Let's see what the hype is about. Okay, I'm just patting it. That way it sinks in. And then while that's drying, I'm gonna make sure that it's all everywhere. Oh, it did kind of give a little bit like a glowiness. And it smells good, so that's good. So this thing that I'm going to use is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. That looks like this. And this is a cult classic from this brand. And I've used this before, but this one is brand new, so okay. It's kind of like a gel consistency. So I'm just going to apply this here in my pore section. I'm actually not going to be using a liquid foundation, but I'm going to be using a powder instead. Now Smashbox doesn't have like a lot of variety of foundation. They have like 3 foundations, I think. They're all good though. I used the BB cream one before and kind of stopped using it for a while. A little bit more to make sure that everything is really covered. Now Smashbox products are not that, Smashbox products are kind of expensive actually, so but they're really good and they last for a while. They're kind of like a professional makeup brand. Alright, so it really did smooth out my skin. Correct, so I'm gonna be using this Smashbox palette right here. This consists of color correcting and some contour and cream highlighters and some shadows right here and blushes. If you guys have not seen my first impression on this one, or my review, I will link it down below. I did a review on this one, so go ahead and check it out if you have not, if you have missed it. So, correcting right there, which as you guys can see, I have a really dark circle, so I'm gonna use this one right here, and then I'm gonna come with this color later on, which is a peach, and this one is an orange, and I'm gonna try and use most of it. As you guys can see, it totally blurs the dark circles. And now I'm going to try and blend that real quick. Apply the green around it. Go ahead and use my finger this time because it's much easier. Oh, actually the green portions I'm gonna just apply right here a little bit. And then the red ones, which is where my pimples and whatnot. Alright. Make sure that everything is neutral, and it's supposed to be like, under foundation. That way your foundation, can show a really perfectly color. skin or even. So I'm gonna try and apply the violet portion, which is right here. This is for the dullness, like on your cheeks and whatnot. And then I am also going to apply the peach on right here. And also down here. Right, so let's go ahead and it's not bad to you know, I'm still showing a little bit discoloration on my face, but it's fine because, you know, sometimes we want that, you know, that way you can kind of like see your skin, you know, and not hide it all the way. So the next part that we are gonna try and do is there's a contour right here on this portion. These are cream contours, so I'm gonna try and contour before I put my foundation. I have been doing that these days. And then I'm gonna go right here. I mean, you don't need to contour every day, but I do this now because it kind of just shows a little bit dimension in your face, so it's kind of nice. Apply it on my nose as well. This is kind of like a the first contour shade that I use is kind of like gray color, so it kind of creates a shadowy. And then the second one that I'm going to apply is much more like a bronzy. See, you guys can see it's much more lighter. And then I'm gonna blend all of that. Okay, I'm just gonna do my finger like this, and I'm just gonna blend that. Okay, I'm just making sure that it stays right there on my hollows of my cheeks. And then same goes right here too. See, now it creates a much more prettier shadow to my face. That way when I apply the foundation, it will be like you know, it will come through, but not like looking like a fake contour. Make sure that my neck is blended. The next thing that we are gonna do is I am going to conceal using the SMASHBOX Studio Skin 24 Hours. You guys can see that. If you I'm not really sure if this is supposed to stay for like 24 hours, but I don't think so because I've tried this so many times and it does not. So anyway, this is in the shade light medium, and I'm going to apply this first since I'm gonna be using a powder foundation. So I'm just gonna let that dry, and then like I always normally do, I'm gonna do my brows using the Brow Tech Matte Pencil. This is what it looks like. It's really thin, and it has a spoolie on the other side, and then the product is on the other side. It's not that big. So this is in the shade dark brown. So let's go ahead and apply the brows. Ooh. I pull it in. Alright, so today they don't have a lot of varieties when it comes to their brow products. They only have like a few. So and brows are done. Well, that was really pretty, and the shade really matched my hair. Not bad. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and blend that concealer. The nice thing about this concealer is it does, you know, it doesn't crease on you. So it kind of looks like your skin, if you find the right shade for sure. It's actually one of my favorite concealer in the market because it doesn't dry my, it doesn't crease and it doesn't make your under eyes like dry. So it's kind of nice. Alright, so concealer is applied, and oops, we are going to apply the highlight now, which is this one right here. I'm just gonna apply that on the high points of my cheeks. I mean, not high points, but just right here. And my nose. And a little bit right there. And there too. And we are going to blend that with the same sponge. Oh, I totally forgot my lid. I try and apply this on my lid most of the time now. You'll see the transformation in a bit. Do I look like a little human now? Oh my god! So I'm just making sure that my skin is flawless before I put the powder foundation, because powder foundation is much more lighter than the liquid foundation or any kind of other foundations. So we want to make sure that it is, covered pretty much. So there's a highlighter down here, and I am about to apply that. I'm gonna apply the highlighter down here, which is, I think I'm just gonna use the Luminous Peach because this is much more of my skin tone. So I'm gonna apply this a little bit, and then I'm gonna apply the foundation. I'm just gonna apply this right here where I kind of like where the light is gonna hit, and then in the middle of my nose, and a little bit down there. I mean on the other side. There. Do you see it? Probably not. So go ahead and apply down here. It is a really subtle highlighter. And then this is just kind of like a base highlighter. That way it will kind of like, has a little bit shininess when I put the foundation. Alright, so the next part that I'm gonna do is to apply the foundation. This is the foundation that I'm talking about. This is the Smashbox, what do you call this? Halo. It's a hydrating, perfecting powder, which is really nice. And the fact that it is hydrating, especially when you have a dry skin. So, so this is what it looks like. It's kind of dirty right now because, so let me go ahead and clean this real quick. Just take out the powder. I've been a fan of this before, and so this is actually a little expensive. This is the same price as the other foundation, but this one is powder. So it looks like this. So you're basically just like twist it, and you can it's kind of nice because you don't waste product, so you just twist it to how much you want. So go ahead and apply this. I'm gonna apply it first in my forehead, and it does look like your skin. This is a light to medium shade, and I'm just going to tap it like that. You see how it totally, if you like a this one is kind of like a light coverage, but if you like a just a regular foundation, that will totally cover most of your imperfection. But look at this. I love using this, but look at this. It doesn't hide my imperfection that much, but I like it on the days that I don't like to hide my skin. See, that's the reason why it's important that we cover most of the imperfection, especially on my under circles. But you can still see, yeah, you can still see your skin. So I love this, you know, like it's kind of like, you know, I'm just tired of the liquid cream foundation most of the time, so this time I decided to. I used to love liquid foundation, I mean powder foundation. This is such a good product. You don't even need to twist it, and you can just get, you know, like reapply if you want more coverage, but it's not gonna get you to the kind of coverage that you want from the liquid foundation, but it will give you, look at that, a skin like coverage. I really love it. It is very expensive, it's like $45, but it's worth it. So anyway, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to charge my battery. Alright, now we're gonna do the shadow, and as you guys can see, my skin is still pretty much looking like the skin. So the next thing we are going to do is to apply a primer. So I found this set at at Ulta, and it's called the Try It Kit Bestseller from SMASHBOX. It basically comes with a photo finish foundation primer that I already used, and also a 24-hour photo finish shadow primer, and also a lipstick, and a mascara, and a liner. So it's actually a really good try on kit, because you know SMASHBOX products are kind of expensive, and if you just, you know, like if you just want to try most of these products like this right here, and that's exactly what I did, because I'm not really sure if I like their mascara or lipstick or any kind of, you know, products that, you know, are in here, and I'm like, for the price that you are going to be paying for the big one, might as well just try this first. This is only $25 and you get to try all of them, you know, basically. So if you like, or if I like any of it, then I'll purchase the big one. So this is basically what it looks like, and it's actually a pretty good size, if I may say, because it's pretty good, like it's deluxe. And this is my first time trying a primer from this line. Looks like this. It's basically like a cream, so I'm just gonna do it like that, and I'm gonna use my finger, and I'm gonna apply it like this. That way the shadow will stay on, and it says 24 hours. I actually got a lot. Well, little goes a long ways. Unless you have like a big lid or a lot of lid. My lid doesn't need that much of a primer. So anyway, I still have plenty of my fingers, so I don't need it. So since we have this palette, I am going to be using the shadow in this portion right here. What kind of look do you think we should do today? I think I'm just gonna go with a neutral today, like around this side right here. These are really, really nice shadows. Really pigmented and buttery. I am going to apply the Totally Nude first. It's right here. It's called the Totally Nude. Oops. This thing is so hard. Alright, so I'm gonna start right here and then I'm gonna go right here in this section. Because they're very my type of shade. I'm just gonna apply this all over my lid as like a transition shade. Alright, so I'm gonna go with the Nectar. Just on the inside of my lid. So Nectar looks like this. Nectar, that's Nectar right there. I applied that first and then this one is next. It looks yellow. It's not. So I'm gonna next I'm gonna apply that on my crease. Like a terracotta color. Go ahead and blend that. Not a I'm still learning when it comes to shadow. So I'm gonna apply the almond on my crease right here, see? It kind of creates a dimension, especially if you have no crease. You know, like if you have like a hooded lid most of the time. This will create a nice shadow. So this is called the metal brick. That looks like this. It's kind of like a rose gold color, as you guys can see, it's right there. I'm gonna apply this one all over my lid. Actually, just the inside of my lid, like right here. And it is very, very pretty because it has some glitters in it. So I'm just gonna apply it in the inner corners and the Why do I always look like I don't put shadows? But for real, it's right there. And now we are gonna try and apply the Alright, so I'm gonna try and apply this color right here, which is a brown color right there. So I'm just gonna apply that on the outer V. Ahead and put a little bit gold, a little bit on my my lid. So next would be to apply a this kohl liner. It says waterproof kohl liner. This is not that bad. This is from the from this kit right here. It actually looks like a full size to me. So it looks like that, and it says twist. It's kind of weird lid. Right, it's a kohl liner. So let's go ahead and apply that a little bit. I'm just gonna do a little bit liner going on today. So I'm just gonna apply it right here. Alright, we got that going on. Now I'm just gonna apply it on the other side. Alright, I got my little liner going on. Looks like this is just a deluxe. It looks like big, right? But I don't think you can twist this anymore. So this is all you get, which is not bad, just to try it. So that's pretty good, and it looks like it's not gonna budge or go anywhere. So the next thing we're gonna do is to curl and apply mascara. And try the mascara on this set, and this is called the Full Exposure. that looks like this. Not bad, right? So this is in black, jet black. Yep, look at that. Oh, love the applicator. It's huge. Look at that. Wow, this is huge, the applicator. Literally gave me a voluminous lashes. Oh, got smudge. Don't get panicked. Look at that. What? Gonna dip one more. It looks like my own lashes. And now, I'm not gonna clean the mascara yet that I smudge on my face. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that I'm just gonna clean and make sure there's no cakiness. Alright, so the next part would be the, I'm gonna apply the bronzer. This is called the SMASHBOX Contour Palette. It has contour, bronze, and highlight. That looks like this in the back. This is their iconic contour kit that looks like this. This is actually really nice because this one looks like gray and this one, I mean, you know, this is an iconic underline. So I'm gonna try and apply the contour first. So, ooh, it's really pigmented. Just gonna apply it right there first. And goes with my nose. Like for real. Look at that. And now I'm going to apply the bronzer right here. The bronzer right there. This is pigmented. And this is matte, so I'm just gonna apply the bronzer a little bit on my cheeks and a little bit on the forehead. A little bit on my nose. A little bit down here. Basically a little bit everywhere. I like to put a little bit bronzer on my cheekbone. I don't know, because it kind of collides with the blush later on, whatever blush I use. Alright, so on the highlighter part, the powder right there, I am going to just apply that a little bit on my, right here on my under eyes. Just to give it a, and then a little bit on my forehead. Just on the center part, right there. And then down here. Look at the, do you see the transformation on the powder highlighter? Look! Oh my gosh. Just put on my, look at that. Alright, so the next part would be to apply blush, and we are almost done. And I'm gonna use the shade right here. Let me go ahead and put all those together. I'm just gonna combine all those together and try this brusher here. Okay, so this one is really pretty color, like a terracotta, like a mauve, no, actually kind of like a contour blush. So this one has a little bit sheen in it, and this one is just baby pink or mauve pink. So I'm just gonna apply all of them together because A bit on my nose, kind of like a drunk chick, but she not drunk. All right, so I'm applying the blush a little bit on the high points of my cheeks and across like that, and we are going to apply a little bit on the forehead. Whoa, that highlighter, the powder though, is like, what? Look at that. Oh my god. A little bit on my chin. That way it looks like we are blushing. Oh my gosh, that powder highlighter, look at that. It is very pigmented. Look at that. It totally shows. I'm gonna run it a little bit. Okay, with my foundation brush. I'm just gonna blend everything with my foundation brush. Okay, that way everything is blended out. Especially the blush. Alright, this is a really good makeup right here. I mean, I'm not saying my makeup, I'm talking about the products that I use. It's really light. Okay, so the next part would be to apply a lipstick. Alright, and this set, this is included. And this is in the shade Primrose, which is a really pretty. Oh, look at the color. It's like a pretty pink. So you can see it. What? It's like an everyday pink. So this is stunning. Look. Wow, that is very creamy, and the size is not bad. Look at that. It feels like you're getting a full size. So that's not bad. I suggest if this is still available, guys, get this. This is really good. Alright, so the last part would be to apply a highlighter, a little bit on my cheekbone. So I'm going to use the Smashbox LA Lights Hollywood and Highlight Cream Stick. And this is kind of like a Cult product in their line. So it basically comes like this, and this is in the shade Hollywood and Highlight. Oh, okay, so this is called the LA Lights Blendable Lip and Cheek Color Stick Color. Alright, so this one has a blender on the end, and this is the shade right here, which is kind of like a really pretty. As you guys can see, it's kind of like a skin tone color, but more on the pinker side. So I'm going to apply this in the right there on my nose part. It's a very subtle highlight. Do you see that? Yes. It doesn't show like a glitter side whatsoever. It's very nice. Just gonna apply a little bit of my brow bone. Right here. I love highlighters like this that just melts in your skin and it doesn't scream like, look at me, I'm glowing. Oh, this is so pretty. And then I'll just a little bit right there. Just gonna blend it. Yes, girl, yes. Alright, so guys, this is the look of the day. I know it's still very natural, and you guys, some of you don't really like it, but this is the look that I created. On this One Brand makeup Get Ready With Me. So it looks really stunning. This is one of my favorite brands out of the market because it's like very professional and the products works. And although the price of the the prices on this brand is a little bit steep, but really good. So anyway, I will see you again later on my next video, and I hope that you find this helpful and you enjoyed watching this get ready with me. So anyway, this is going to be the look of this get ready with me using Smashbox products. So I will see you again in my next video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and to those of you who have subscribed, thank you so much, and I will see you again in my next video. Thank you guys for giving me a little bit of your time today. See you later. Bye guys.